confident that NAOS could just stay with Mitsura on the Zeri rather than trying to risk it. Vladimir is gonna be picked up here.
That is quite hard now for NAOS Esports to be able to match it up. We remember how Vladimir has been played by Aaron in the past week. It's really, really strong. One of the strongest damage dealer into the respective games. The G2 Blacklist picked it up. And once again, it is going to be locked in expectedly for Aaron into this matchup. And now still has the opportunity to go for the Ashe. It is still open for them to pick up. And Gragas is open as well.
And Ashe is a good pick against a Vladimir. If you're gonna try to win the game with an Ashe, that could be really hard here. There's not a lot of damage going through for the team, but there's still Fate here. So one of the things that they could do is use the Ashe, get the Kha'Zix in, and that would be a better setup for them.
Yeah, and I'll tell you mention about the Ashe as well. Because the passive really just worked wonders for the Ashe.
Yeah.
Against Vladimir, because Vladimir really wants a lot of movement speed, but locking onto Kassadin is also a counter onto Vlad, but Zeri will go into the bottom lane. But the Fizzakin! Oh my word!
Goes for the Fizz? Wait a second. I'm kind of thinking how they're gonna go with this.
Yeah, it's unexpected.
G2B has a lot more. This is a lot more balanced scene composition. But having the Fizz is a flex from NAOS. Probably Mitsura is gonna be the one holding this. But that's a big flex. And this is going to be a hard game for them. Because remember, there's Chum in the Waters from Mitsura, but it's an easy dodge whenever you use a Stasis, for example, whenever you use a Sanguine Pool on the Vladimir. It's not the... What do you call that? It's not the hardest counter, but it is a good matchup in the early game against the Vladimir.
Yeah, but it's really unfortunate. Because coming into the latter parts of the matchup, it is going to be the League of Stasis for the side of G2 Blacklist. This is already an expectation if you really want to deny that ultimate coming in from the Fizz. And I think that is one of the difficulties with the likes of these assassins, right? The Fizz, the likes of Zed as well, having an easy deny of it for the Stasis engine. So NAOS coming into this composition for game number 2 is a lot different from game number 1, and it changes things up. But how can they perform with this lineup composition?
Yeah, Fizz is gonna be the centerpiece of NAOS here. How will Mitsura, with one of his favorite champions, get this game in their favor and force this to 1-1? That's gonna be the question, and we head in to the game.
Let's see how Mitsura will be playing the Fizz here in the early game. The composition of NAOS. How can they perform up against the Titans that G2 Blacklist is here in APAC Conference? Especially considering how aggressive they are. Just look at the map at the moment, right? You have the vision already coming into the bottom quadrant jungle, coming for the side of G2 Blacklist, and that also gives an information to G2B that, you know what? The opposite side is starting on blue buff.
Oh no, Mitsura. Look at the damage from him in this early game. They used the Ignite on both sides. Mitsura was forced to flash already.
That's really unfortunate. Because now Mitsura doesn't have an extra escape. Yes, he still has that skill ability from Mitsura to be able to just jump out of danger, but that flash burn is such a crucial summoner spell into the mid lane, especially coming into the early game.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of the Kai'Sas in this game so far, but based on how this is gonna go, Mirmo would have a lot more advantage just because it's easier to set it up. And Golden Kite would need to really play it safe until he gets his items.
Yeah. And considering you also do not have the flash already for the mid laner, coming for the side of NAOS, KD should just go into the mid lane really, really quickly and just get that kill. And that is also one of the reasons why you need to have that support coming into the mid lane as well, to have a little bit more safety net from Mitsura. And you also have Dora to follow suit and have that mirror rotations from the opposite side.
Yeah. For G2B now, they're just playing it a bit safer than normal because, you know, it's still hard to play against a Gragas at this stage in the game. And Mitsura is not having the best of times because of melee and not having any skill shots in your kit. It's hard to really get close to the Vladimir here against Aaron. That's why the spacing is going to be really crucial here for them.
Yeah, 4-man roam coming in from now. The Esports just to secure the Rift Scuttle. and also give a lot of safety net for the likes of NAOS Esports. Now, KD goes into mid.
Yeah, goes into mid lane. Would want to get the platings here because it's not going to be easy for Mitsura to even defend this for themselves. So this is going to be an easy one for them for the taking. One more shot from KD, and that is platings for everybody.
Oh, a good body slam coming from Margo, denying that knockup coming from Draw. And now KD is just forced to back away. They already got the golden plate that they're looking for.
Yep. They get vision. KD knows that somebody is here.
Calm.
On the top side, he wants to get a shock blast in. He's not going to get it.
But they could get another turret plate on top side. So that's just more gold injection for the side of G2B.
Yeah. Body slam onto the backline. Mitsura is not going to follow through here, but as long as Draw is close to him, he can survive this as long as he needs to. Jump into water, is going to be there. Look at the jump, and that's the first blood for Mitsura.
First blood coming from NAOS. That's really, really amazing stuff there. Level 5 was winning the game coming from NAOS Esports because the ultimate's availability from a lot of these members.
Gets a demolish stack in. Gonna be chasing on Margo. A bit too aggressive from Aaron. Has the sanguine pull, but the slowdown is gonna end his life. That is a great barrel.
Yeah, perfect barrel coming in from Margo. And I think that just states it all, right? The Margo using a flash body slam onto Aaron, followed up by Fate, forces out the sanguine pool from G2 Blacklist. It was Draw who was stuck because of chomps the water. It was level 5 that was perfectly stated there. Coming for the side of NAOS, and then later on, as you have stated, the barrel with a slow.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long replay, everyone, but again, based on what happened this game, Aaron was a bit too over-aggressive here and didn't respect the fact that Fate might be there on the jungle because they didn't have any vision on that side of the map. And Mitsura gaining any advantage that he could get is something that they would want.
Yeah, and I think this is what NAOS Esports needs to deny that early game potential to be scaling for the likes of Aaron and also for Kaisa later on for G2 Blacklist. They really just need to buy a lot of time for their Zeri to snowball out of control in one thing.
What's also good is that Fate got some kills too. Having that early game champion on your side get some kills is something important for NAOS here. Because they know that this fight he can't win. Look at that. There's going to be the Call of the Forge God. Won't be able to chase down onto Fate.
Flash.
And that is going to be the flash coming from Ime. Wants to go for more, but no follow-ups whatsoever. Still from G2B.
Yeah, one slash onto the minion wave. Wants to clear it really, really quickly considering it is already 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Everyone wants to go in for the reset, buy their items before the objective comes up.
And because of that, that forces Mitsura to go for a rotation in the bot side, giving them ample
Mitsura
time to display
cancelled.
Mitsura is going to be denied. It's going to be just jumping away. Still have the killer instinct if ever they need to, but they are not going to go for it.
But the late recall coming from Mitsura is a little bit of unfortunate scenario for the likes of NAOS, and they do not, or they will not deny the Infernal Drake just because of that delay.
This is the only problem when you pick up a Fizz, right? You're gonna have a hard time clearing waves because you don't really have any way to accept for your skill tree.
Jump the water.
Now they use to jump the water. Mitsura is gonna go in. They have some denial.
KD!
KD is gonna be dead, but that dragon is still gonna be taken by G2B. Calm is gonna be chasing him down. Still have some HP. Hasn't used the sanguine pull just yet, but there's still 4 people down here at the bottom lane. He's gonna be dead for sure. He needs to clear the wave, and this is gonna be him dead. Aaron uses the sanguine pull, finishes the wave, and was almost able to flash away.
Yeah, but that's really good because what he did is just a security into the bottom lane just to buy time for NAOS to have a delayed push. He just cleared out the wave, and that is giving the perspective for G2B into mid lane.
Yeah, give them opportunity to get some platings for themselves. And yes, they didn't get any towers. The problem here is they got 2 towers already on the side of NAOS Esports, and this is what you need. Getting this amount of wins in the early game is what you want from NAOS.
Yeah, we asked for it. We asked for a change of ties. We asked for a total shift for NAOS, and this is totally what we're looking for. Like the early game prowess and denying that aggression coming from KD. This is what we said and stated a while ago, that they have to move away from G2 Blacklist, and that they definitely did, getting that 3k gold lead early on.
G2B losing in the early game is not something you want, especially when you have a Jace. They don't really have any damage just because their 2 carries are Kaisa and Vladimir. You don't really expect them to win this early game skirmishes. That's why G2B is just trying to stay alive as long as they can, not give as much advantage as they can. This 2k gold lead is something good for G2B.
Yeah, it's an expectation that G2 Blacklist will scale towards over 12 minutes. 13 minutes, 14 minutes. That is the time for G2 Blacklist to be able to get 3 item power spike for both their carry.
Yeah, look at the bait here being set up by G2B. It's a good thing that NAOS is not catching the bait here. That's why they are just looking for any opportunity
Face check.
they can. Tom is going to be surprised there. And that's going to be a kill. Killer Instinct even used by Golden Kite. Push on 3, but on the back line, Golden Kite is going to be capped here by the members. Fate is going to get the kill. He's going to be able to follow through. KD's trying to do some damage against Mitsura, but that is not enough. They're going to go in, chase for more. Now Esports looking for more kills. Ime is not going to do anything much except to give the 4th kill to NAOS.
That was so quick of a response coming from NAOS. That explosive cast as well coming from Margo. The response coming from Fate into the backside eliminated the carry for G2 Blacklist.
What was that? Look at this. Look at what happened here. Yes, they got the kill early, really fast, but they really got a lot of their ultimates down because of that one fight. And it gave NAOS an opportunity to just get everybody.
Yeah, and
what he did here was so good.
And I like how you mentioned about denying the ultimate, right? The call of the Forge God was not even connected as well, just because of the counter-strike stun coming in from NAOS, and that was just phenomenal, right? You know, the timing, stack on timings for NAOS Esports was just perfect from that fight.
It's gonna be hard here now. That's gonna be 5k gold lead for NAOS Esports, and G2B has nowhere to go. A lot of 0-2s on the board for them. How are they gonna come back from this?
Yeah, and just look at the difference, right? You're looking at Mitsura already with the Lich Bane and the Luden's Echo, and on the opposite side, Aaron only has 1 item. That's the amount of difference that Mitsura was able to take up against his opposing mid lane matchup.
Yep. On the top side, G2B can't even do anything much except to play it safe. Gonna be seeing a lot of the members from NAOS. They would need to run away. That is gonna be explosive cast again. Ime is gonna be dead. They're gonna go for the call of the Force God. Everybody's here. Yes, what a great knockup, but at what cost? Nobody was there. Knockups coming from Margo. Perfect flash. They have the Hemo Plague, and here comes Spearbo to finish it off. Aaron was able to get the heal from the Hemo Plague, but it's still not done. KD is going to be the last member standing here. A lot of low HP members from their side. But Mitsura wants to finish it all. They want to get more kills, but that is too tanky of a target, KD.
Margo showed a phenomenal play there from the very beginning of that engage to the end of that engage. Being the starter and being the catalyst for that fight. If you look at this, Margo, Protobelts, and then Body Stamps onto Double Man. And look at Mitsura. It was just so good. The chumps the water just on the ground to deny the retreat for G2 Blacklist. And Margo used another Body Slam as well along with Flash to finish it all off.
Margo played it so well. That fight, a lot of the setups coming from Margo was the reason why they got the win there. NAOS, oh my, this is just so crazy that G2B is flustered and doesn't know what to do this time around.
Yeah, it was just really, really good coming in from the support of NAOS overall. It was outright impressive overall. And that just opens up the Mountain Drake, another objective for NAOS Esports to take down. And right now, having a 7k gold lead up against G2 Blacklist speaks volume of how NAOS will be able to really just have so much of an advantage up against G2B here at Game 3.
Yep, and having a Mitsura on that carry of a champion or an assassin on the hands of Mitsura is something that you would really want to do, because Mitsura has that power to turn things around, and that's what he's doing here. He really knows the timing. Whenever he's needed, he's gonna be there and he's gonna make magic work.
Yeah, and it's just outright really, really amazing. It's the chums the water always being placed into the position of success and giving the advantage for the side of NAOS. And right now, despite only having 2 members for the side of NAOS here in the bot side river, it's G2B who has huge respect on the likes of these carries for NAOS.
Oh, they used to chum the waters against Raw, but they are still not looking for anything more. On the top side, there's not a lot of vision on the top side of the map. They can go for an angle here, go for the Baron.
They could definitely do that and just get the Baron uninformed.
9-0.
G2 Blacklist. 9-0, as you stated. It's really good, right? And expectedly,
man.
he's already building up into the Rabadon threat cap that will accelerate much more of his damage in this game.
Oh, just done. This is done. Whoever gets hit, but oh my, whoever gets hit by that trident is gonna be dead.
Instant meltdown.
What are they gonna do here? There's only one chance for G2B. One more fight before the Baron happens, and if they find a way to turn things around there, that is when we could say that might be it. That might be the turnaround.
Margo!
Look at that. Margo again going in. Sanguine Bull was able to help out Aaron, but he needs to flash away here. A lot of flashes were used by the side of G2B. Knockups happening. One of the fours got to get the knockup. Not enough damage for the side of G2B. They did everything, but everything was not enough.
There's just no damage up against NAOS from here on out. Margo's strength when it comes to his defensive capability along with Calm is just too much, and Mermo is safe on the back lines. And if G2 Blacklist cannot penetrate that front line coming from NAOS Esports, they won't be able to get a lead up against NAOS in a 5v5 engage.
Yeah, this is why it's gonna be hard for G2B. They haven't been doing much here. They're just keeping themselves in this slump that they're on the losing end. With the 7k gold lead that NAOS has, they could easily take this next dragon up, or maybe even take the Baron if ever they want to.
100%, right? And I think at this point, NAOS Esports doesn't want to go and take the Baron despite how much lead they already have up against G2 Blacklist. It's because you still have the Call of the Fourth God that could change the tides of the game here on out, and even the Baron having that potential up against NAOS to really turn the tables.
Yeah, they're trying to bait out the members right here of G2B to try and go forward just because they don't have priority on the top side anymore. It's gonna be easy to sneak against them.
Yeah. And at the moment, it's all about buying time. If the Ocean Drake spawns up, that is where NAOS can be a little bit more aggressive and show their gluttony here when it comes to objective. They really want to get, more dragons, more objectives, more buff into their favor, and reach a scale up before the Baron fight can occur.
Yeah. We're still waiting for NAOS to pull the trigger. What's really hard here with Infinity is that if they keep this phase, if they keep slowing things down, G2B might be able to come back. Because remember, we have a Vladimir, we have a Kaisa on their end. You have two carries that could really easily carry the game. That's why they need to be careful about this.
Yeah, definitely is. If Kaisa is able to get the 3 items already, all of her skills will be upgraded. And then it is just a amount of Aaron waiting for the perfect time or waiting for the items to also be secured. And if ever that happens, with Golden Kite and Aaron being able to stack on gold and items, that is G2 Blacklist's time before they go in for the fight with full confidence.
Dragon for free. Now it's just gonna take it. That's gonna be Kha'Zix just gonna go for that Ocean Drake, but look at what G2B is doing here. They're just trying to threaten the Baron while this is happening. That's why Fate was forced to back away and try to go at it again.
Yeah, this is already expected. Right? This is what we mentioned a while ago, that NAOS will not force the Baron, but when it comes to the Drake, they will definitely take it. And if ever G2 Blacklist goes for the contest, NAOS is gonna win. They just have so much more of a goal difference up against G2 Blacklist.
They're just getting items here. Items pro items. It's gonna be hard as that Marika is gonna be starting now. Gonna go for KD. If KD dies here, that's gonna be bad for them. They won't be able to follow through, and that's gonna be bad for their side. On the other end, Golden Tide is gonna be going knockups on the back line. What they wanted to go for G2B. Golden Tide is gonna be running away, but Ime is gonna be fighting back against here on the back line. Though Golden Tide is gonna be running away. Margo ignited on his head. I think Margo's gonna be dead, but no, one more tick. He survives.
He survives. And that is just so much sustainability. And now you also have the Warmog's armor. Just delay it. Just stay on top of the hill. It doesn't matter. And now they go in for the Baron buff. Uncontested. There's no smite on the opposite side. It is only Ime alive.
Going at it, Ime doesn't have the Wind Slash anymore. Maybe a Blade of the Exile might be able to turn things around here. If he has the Wind Slash, he could go for the seal. But he is trying. Look at Margo just denying him the fact. And that is now taking the Baron here.
Yeah, and Ime forced the Blade of the Exile in hopes to try and take the Baron, because it definitely is a game changer for G2 Blacklist. If ever they take it, that will turn turn things around, and that will be tipping the scales into their favor. Unfortunately, NAOS got the Baron buff, and now it is G2 Blacklist who now once again has to delay it and burn the Baron.
Yeah, they need to wait for the Baron. One more minute and that Elder Drake is gonna be up. NAOS needs to push something. NAOS needs to accelerate this game. I mean, it's too far away. A 9k gold lead is super hard to chase at this point. But when we reach a point and everybody has 3 items already inside of G2B, they can turn things around easily.
Yeah, and Golden Kite already upgraded one of her skills once more. And that's a good sign coming for the side of G2 Blacklist. It's all about playing the patience game and buying time to get items and to get that damage up and running for G2 Blacklist.
We're still waiting for any steals on that objective. G2B needs to find a way to seal that. Because if that happens, oh my, I'm really scared about this. NAOS Esports could really just end this if ever they want to, but they're lacking on the wave clear department. That's why G2B can still hold on to their third tier third.
And now, it is now still utilizing the Baron buff to a T. Going for the push, calls the Forge God.
Call it the Forge God, going in for the Zeri. Mirmo needs to run away here. Lightning Crash was able to pull him back for the explosive cast. Aaron wants to go for the fight. Jump the Waters is not going to hit. Mirmo's going to be dead. And G2B just wanted to get that shut down.
And Mitsura still able to change things up. Nice stasis.
They're going for the Elder Drake now. They're starting it already. Okay, Fate was able to take it, and this is gonna be the end of it. Now Esports is just gonna finish this game. They were sneakily taking it.
KD
Fate was there, and this is a dead Ornn.
Oh
KD,
my.
wow, what? This game's done. Tom is just gonna end this game, and that is it. Infinity, we got ourselves a series.
Game number 3. That was really good before that ended. It was just KD playing Ring Around the Rosie up against it.